Hey YouTubers, just a quick video on today's march in Dublin City on the 10th of December 2014. Just watched the propaganda station called RTE and what they were saying today, and I just wanted to maybe, I suppose, translate it into English what they're really saying. So just bear with me, and here we go.
Good evening and welcome. Tens of thousands of people travelled from across the country to Dublin today to take part in the mass protest against water charges. They marched through the capital, bringing the city centre to a standstill, and converged on Merrion Square for a rally.
So if you listen to what she said there, she said tens of thousands of people basically came into Dublin City to protest on the Irish water issue. There was well over 100,000 people in Dublin City today. And the very fact that I know that is because if it wasn't the case, they would be saying 3,000 people came in, 1,000 people came in. They're saying tens of thousands of people came in. Now, when you hear that quickly with the rest of the clip all put into one, you think maybe, oh, okay, maybe 10, maybe 20,000 people, maybe 30,000 people. And so you think, it's not really that big. But tens of thousands of people came into that demonstration. So this is just one part of the propaganda that's put out there. Not just by RTE, but by the rest of the mainstream media. So listen, we're going to go to the next clip of what they have to say. And this is the next clip that really, really annoys me. But we're going to go to it anyway, and I'm going to play it and then make my comments. So let's go.
By and large, events passed off peacefully, but Gardaí with riot shields were deployed near Leinster House after some protesters threw missiles.
So by and large, things went off peacefully, bar they had to deploy the riot squad because somebody threw a missile. Look, from the very beginning, the riot police were there, or the Garda. They were there from the very beginning. They were deployed around the city, around the Dáil, and I seen them plenty of times in transit vans ready to deploy, out of sight but sitting there waiting to go. I came into the protest just around Trinity College, and we marched up to Kildare Street. And when we got there, we could not get near the Dáil. They had huge fences, and I mean huge. They weren't the type of fences that you would normally think that's around, let's say, the Dublin City Marathon, where they're thin little things and what have you. They were huge. They were angled so they couldn't be tilted over. There were steps behind them. It was actually quite impressive to look at it, you know, crowd control. But behind the barriers, there was a sea of guards. I mean, at least across this full street, I'd say I didn't count them, but off the top of my head, you probably get 20 across the street, and then there was another row of 20 behind them, and then another few behind them. And then behind them guards, there was the riot police. They did let some of them out. And then behind them were the guards on their horseback. And beyond that, I don't know what was there. But there was such a show of force from the Garda. It was a little bit disturbing because nothing had happened. And we weren't. And taking into consideration, all we wanted to do was march up past the Dáil. We didn't want to go in. Think about this. We wanted to go up a street past the Dáil, and we weren't allowed. If you had nothing to do with that protest, if you wanted to just walk up to that street, the guards wouldn't allow it. Now, I don't know what reason they had. I'm sure there's some section or some act that they implemented, but it wasn't allowed. They weren't letting you in. Now, I came around and I went up Grattan Street, and I came up onto the top of Stephen's Green. And along the way, I counted several transit vans full of riot police. But on the top of Stephen's Green, I counted 8 transit vans full of riot police. And these are making out that they were deployed. They were already there. And a testament to the people who turned up today, and there was an array of people. There was young people, there was old people, there was women, children, everything from all walks of life there. And there was one guy standing outside, and he served 27 years in the Irish Army, and he was saying he had enough. Enough was enough. He was in his 70s